Well, in any industry, a leader is facing the challenge of the rapidly changing vantage point that technology is creating for all of us. What is understood today might be vastly different from what's understood 5 years ago, because information can come to us so quickly, the markets can get disrupted so quickly, and that's a challenge for any leader. So it really requires not just stating out an idea for how to move forward, but to listen and to receive and to research what's going on around them. Technology is making us understand how the social landscape is changing markets. So with technology, we're better able to connect to people all around the world. You're better able to see who actually is a consumer for your product or who could be. And that's changing the demands upon the products that we create. It's changing demands upon the leaders that we need in terms of understanding different cultures and communities. So technology and social change are deeply connected. They're not separate. Without failure, you cannot grow, period. The question is, how do you embrace failure? One of the important things to remember is that failure is information. It's information to take to improve. People often take failure personally. So that's the difficulty. No one wants it. It's not fun. But without it, you can't actually see a way forward. Definitely some are born leaders, but everyone can be trained to be a leader. Absolutely. No, there's no limit. The process of becoming a leader is a constant journey, right? Constant. So, to work in a digital world means getting comfortable with constant change. Get comfortable with it. It's going to change you're going to have mastered a skill, think you know how to execute, and then realize that the technology has shifted so fast that you need to be nimble, supple, almost like an athlete, in that sense. So that kind of agility is a really crucial trait for a leader today in the digital landscape. Leaders are not just born with certain traits. The way in which technology is changing is allowing for so many different skills and talents to be deployed around the world. So what was once seen as a skill that didn't allow for leadership now can be, right? Leaders don't have to stand up in front of big crowds necessarily and give speeches and be charismatic in that sense. They can also be leaders because of the path-breaking technology that they can create from sitting behind their computer. They can lead markets, they can lead communities in vastly different ways. So not only are there more opportunities to lead, but there are other models for becoming a leader that we're embracing through the digital landscape. So what companies need to do to strengthen and care about creativity is shift the culture. First, to value something more than success, and that is a kind of mastery. And it means caring about the near wins that arise when you try to innovate, because you don't get it right the first time, right? The second is that cultures need to shift such that they're not just prioritizing open plan solutions, but actually care about the privacy that their innovators need, whether they're engineers or entrepreneurs of any kind need an embryonic space to develop. And finally, cultures really do need to embrace this supple form of grit, right? It's important to be tenacious when you're innovating. You can't pivot so much that you're losing track of your goal, right? But you also need to know when to quit and when to give up on an idea.